Hi and welcome to Down Memory Lane. Today we've got Pines legend and games record holder, Big Gordan Hendry. Good to see you, mate.
Thanks, Tony. Good to be
Hey,
here.
the rooms have certainly changed since our days, Gordo. Like, they're wonderful rooms now, and they're named after the great Barry Moore, who did so much work for this club. And it's a state of the art. You're looking at the ground from these windows is fantastic, mate.
Yeah, well, we used to be the only ground in the peninsula or in our league that you couldn't watch the game through glass.
Yes.
So now, as you can see, it's all see it all through glass. The new lights, it's just phenomenal. The change rooms, we actually had to shorten the visitors' change rooms a bit and put a bit of storage space in for us because they had too much room.
Yeah, well, your rooms are fantastic now, though, especially the home rooms. Gone are the days when we used to have interleague down here, mate, and we used to. What was his name? Started with B.
Brad Laird.
Brad Laird. Yeah.
He was around here for a while.
The old trainer, and we used to have a lot of interleagues here, and we used to have the jumper presentations and all that sort of stuff here. And we used to meet here on the Saturday mornings for the bus trip.
Get the bus trip down to wherever we were playing.
That's right.
No, they were good times.
Hey, so Gordo, did you start your juniors here, or as a junior you didn't play junior football?
I never actually played junior football. I played soccer. I played soccer for the Pines Soccer Club. And like we were saying before, I got under 16s and the coach found out that me and one other blokes were smoking. So he's told us we're not getting a game as long as we smoke. So being 16 years old, we weren't being told what to do. So a couple of mates played footy and I come here and had a kick with them. It was under 17s. I was at 33 years ago now.
God.
None of them are playing anymore.
So you never look back, because from then on, Gordo, you obviously played a few years of junior football.
Yeah.
And you had to self-teach yourself, didn't you?
Yeah, because I'd never seen, my parents are Scottish, and we come over here and I watched Aussie Rules on the TV and with our mates, we were never home after school. We were out kicking footy, playing cricket.
We used to go home when the street lights come on, Gordo.
That's
the way it was back in the day, the street lights, and that's when you knew you had to go home or dinner was ready.
Yeah, there was no Xboxes or anything like that.
No.
There was no childhood obesity back then either.
No.
We were all out doing something. If you weren't running from someone, you were running to get someone. Especially here on the Pines, so it's got a bad name.
But you had the Flora and Fauna Reserve too, and that was a place where you could go and fossick and that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, take your motorbikes, all that, go getting lizards and that. I spent
tadpoling and all of those, the good old days. So Gordo, you started slow, not playing junior football. When did you make your first senior debut?
1988. So my first year in seniors we played under 17s in 1986, and then 1987 in the reserves. I played 1987 in the reserves, and I played the last home and away game of 1988 in the seniors.
Oh, did you?
That was me, and
that gave you a taste of senior football?
I never played another reserves game after that for about 17 years or something like that. I played seniors after that, but I had my first home and away. The last round 18 was against Edith Vale, and I got dropped after that. I only got a game because Danny Howard didn't train Tuesday.
Oh yeah, and then they went on to play finals.
They won the flag that year.
In '88, didn't they?
They won the flag, and but I started in a back pocket. It was back in those days. You only had two on the bench. And the ruckman used to rest in one forward pocket. The rover used to rest in the other pocket.
Yes.
So, when I tell my kids that I played back pocket, they're like, what? And if I had ran off me man down the ground, I'd have been dragged.
Yeah, different game now, isn't it, Gordo?
Big time.
It's a running game, and those defenders need to be attacking players.
Yeah.
So then the start of '89 was the start of your senior career. Yeah. And were you the number one ruckman in '89, or was there somebody else in front of you?
No, I think it was someone. I think Danny
was Steve Newman here then?
No,
Big Sammy Newman?
No, he just left.
Had he?
Just left. He wasn't here in '88.
Yeah.
When we won the flag, he just left, and he went to Bombers.
Did he go to the Frankston Bombers in '89?
I'm not sure when I played against him in 1992.
In '91, I went back to the Bombers. '92, we got promoted after winning the flag. And I think that might have been the year Steve come to.
Yeah, because I played on him there.
Were those, and we're not talking about Steve here, but I think those late 80s, he might have been at Fitzroy or something.
Yes, he played...
one senior game on the bench, didn't he?
One senior game, didn't get on the ground.
Yeah.
Better than you and I have done.
Bloody oath, yeah. So then 89, so then from there, Gordo, 89, 90, so 92... Is that when we started playing interleague together?
Yes, it would have been 92, yeah.
92.
Yeah.
And then
First year.
you played interleague for 4 or 5 years as well, didn't you?
I played up until 98.
8, yeah.
1 year I didn't play, I done my Achilles. I played round 1 and 2 and round 18 and then 2 finals games. I didn't play interleague that year.
It was wonderful back then in interleague because it wasn't just a one-off game.
No.
It was multiple games, and if you kept on winning, you kept on promoting. Yeah,
You got through to the grand final.
That's right.
It was a knockout type
competition. So
it was good back then because you got to know all your opposite, all the other blokes in the league. You know, you got to talk to them. It's not like now. You know, they're all friends with each other on Facebook and all that sort of stuff. You know, but actually got down and actually sit down and have a couple of beers with them
and interact.
Really like,
yeah, because it wasn't just 1 or 2 training sessions, Gordo.
No.
It was multiple, and it used to go on for like an 8 to 10 week carnival. So it was.
I remember we rocked up here to a training session one Sunday morning, and Helmet and Ian Boswell. Helmet was playing at Chelsea, and Ian Boswell was playing at Seaver. They were punching on at training.
Were they?
Before training started, those two were punching on.
God.
They'd had a blue the day before.
They were. He was a hothead. Both of them. Yeah.
Both of them were. No, it was good the old interleague days, and it was good. It was down here, you know. And it
was familiar to you.
Pines too.
Oh, it was wonderful.
Good, yeah.
How many premierships did you play in as a senior player?
One.
What year was that?
94.
94 was when. So they went 88, and then the next senior premiership was 94.
And that was the last one.
And that was the last senior premiership that they've ever had.
Played in the grand final lost it in 91, lost it in 95, lost it in 96, lost it in 98 and 2001 I think it was.
God. So who did you beat in 94?
YC.
Oh, YC.
They were going for 4 on the trot.
They were?
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
So, it was good to get...
Oh, yeah, that was when they had the Whitfields and Joey Lanes and Theobalds. So they won, wonderful, yeah. They were a great side.
Half of the interleague side was playing.
Yeah, they really were. So then 94, so Gordo, when did your senior career, when did you retire?
Well, I haven't actually retired yet. I still play reserve.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I still... People say to me, "Oh, you're still running around?" I says, "No." They go, "You retired?" Have you? I says, "No, I just don't run anymore. I don't run." And, I just try and just block them out of the ruck, you know, like I don't run and jump anymore. I haven't got the athleticism that I
that's
really
wonderful, isn't
anyway.
it? Yeah.
But the good thing is, like nowadays, these young blokes, like they're in their early 20s and they're... Like I'm 6'6", they'd be 6'2" and 85 kilos and want to wrestle with me. I'll take that every day of the week, you know.
That's what you want because I didn't realise that you were still playing.
Yeah.
When did you give senior football away? Do you reckon officially, like because you obviously got called up after you retired to fill in a little bit.
Yeah. Well, the last 3 games I've played. One of them was because my younger son Guy was suspended, and the other 2 was because Bo was suspended.
Ah, right.
Like I said to him, I said, "Stop getting suspended because I can't do this anymore. I just can't do it."
Have you had the opportunity to play with the 2 boys?
I played in the firsts with both of them.
How's that? Remarkable, you know, to have your 2 boys playing alongside you.
Yeah.
Did they look after you, Gordo?
They didn't have to. I don't get into any trouble. But I remember the first game we played. First game I played with Bo, I had tears in my eyes as I was running out on the ground because I said to his mum on the day he was born, I says, "I'll play a game of senior football with this kid." But I never ever dreamed it would be in the ones. We actually played a bit over 3 years together.
Did you really?
Both of us, yeah. And then I started to fade out, and then then I got brought up for a game when Guy started playing. I got brought up for a game. We played out here against Langwarrin and we won, so it was good.
That was a wonderful day for not only yourself but for the football club.
Yeah.
What about senior best and fairest, Gordo?
One best and fairest.
What year was that in?
94, the year we won the
flag.
No, sorry, it wasn't. It was 98. 94, I won the best in finals.
Oh yeah, player
series, which was a pretty good one to get. You know, because that's when you want to play well when you're playing against the top.
You want to play the best football at the right time of the year, Gordo.
Yeah, so I was happy getting that best in finals in the premiership year. But 98, I won it. 92, I come runners up here and runners up in the league best in fairest.
Why 92? Did you?
Yeah, I was shattered about that.
Yeah.
I polled in 16 games, obviously.
Who won it that year?
There was two blokes come and draw, and I looked at it like probably 2 or 3 years later. I would have won it on the amount of votes that I polled that year.
Oh, the next year.
Yeah, but I had too many 1s and 2 votes. I was polling in 16 games. Polled too many.
Yeah, well, the consistent
1s and 2s.
and that's part of being the best player in the competition is that consistency. So you obviously were able to do that.
No, I'm very happy with career. I look back and I sometimes I say I got offered to come down to Frankston Dolphins to try out.
Yes.
Back in 92, I think Robbie Mace rang me, and I worked in labour hire at the time, and you sort of chopped and changed a lot of jobs, and a lot of jobs started on a Monday, and they played on a Sunday.
Yes.
Being a contractor, you didn't want to go in there after playing in the ruck on a Sunday.
Yes.
With a lump here and a knock there, and I can't really do this, I can't really do that. So that was why I never went. But I think if I had went, I don't know if I would have come back. I don't know if I would have got. I got my league life membership, and there's not too many players got that. I think there's only about 15 or 16.
There's not many.
No.
Yeah.
And I got to play with my son Bo, and I got to play with my two sons. And I don't think that ever would have happened. And running out with Bo is probably the proudest moment of my whole life.
Yes.
Everything.
Yeah, that's right.
Because I set that goal.
Because even the birthday of your boys, right, is a wonderful occasion.
Yeah.
But as you get older and you get a little bit more emotional, and those emotions build up when you got events like that, Gordo, which are wonderful.
Oh yeah, no, it's really good, yeah.
And what do you do here for the club now? You obviously you're still a player.
Yeah, I still play, but I just.
As I walked in, you're up the ladder.
Yeah, I just do the little things.
Are you the maintenance man?
No, you got Baz Chalkley and that over. He's been vice president here, and all of that sort of stuff. And me and Baz, we just want to do the little things. We'll be here on a Saturday night, and I'll just grab a few bags of rubbish and take them out and put bins in the back.
Yeah.
I don't want any,
accolades or anything like that.
A lot of people you hear after presentation, they didn't thank me. They didn't, say anything about me. You're not here to do that. It's a volunteer's job, and if you want pats on the back and that, go to work and where you get paid, where you have to do it. I'm not here to get any pats on the back.
No.
Congratulations.
Well, you're part of the furniture, Gordo. You know, and that's the importance of what we're doing here is we're trying to reminisce of people's past, and we've all got a past, and the young kids now are the future of the competition, but they soon forget about what you did as a person and as a footballer.
Because I remember when I was playing in league, and Chris Bull was a coach.
Yes,
he was also coaching Frankston Bombers too. And he rang me up one time and on the home phone, the thing hang on the wall, and he rang me up and he says, Gordo, we're interested in talking to you about, we need a ruckman, we're interested in talking to you. I says, look, Billy, I really appreciate the phone call, but I'm not interested, thanks very much, it's good, but no, I'm not interested in leaving Pines, I'm happy here. And he goes, oh yeah, okay then, no dramas. We talked a bit of rubbish and all that and hung up, and he rang me a couple of weeks later and he goes, Gordo, it's Billy again. I says, yeah, how are you, mate? He goes, we want to offer you $500 a game. And I just hung the phone up, put it down, and we were out a couple of months later. We went to one of the Davies, it was the Vines back then. Walked in a Davies after already been out at the 21st, and we got there and Chris Bull was sitting there with another bloke that I know, Johnny Wareham. And he comes up
Johnny.
And he says to me, he goes, how you going, Gordo? I says, I'm a bit annoyed with you, mate. He goes, oh, why is that? I says, because I told you I wasn't interested in leaving, and then you rang up and blurted out money to me. I said, so that must mean that's what you think I am? I said, no, I'm far from that. I'm not that, mate. I'm a loyal person. And he goes, mate, I apologise about that. It was the wrong thing. Can I buy you a beer? I said, now you're talking. So we sat down and had a few beers and it was all good.
He was a wonderful fella, Bully, and he's one guy that I'll eventually get to because his relationship and involvement on the Mornington Peninsula has been huge, and he was a great interleague coach.
Yes,
really
great
good
player too. I played against him, and it's funny. The last 3 or 4 times I played against Bomb Beach, I'm playing against his son.
Oh yeah, Josh.
The amount of blokes that I've done that with, I've played against their father and played against their son. With their son, the Stubbs, I played against. And it's funny. I was having a few beers with Ronnie Stubbs years ago, and that's what he said to me. He goes, "You were part of the reason why I gave footy away." I says, "Why is that?" He goes, "Young blokes just jumping all over me and running and all that stuff. I couldn't do it anymore, so I had to give it away." And now I know exactly how he's feeling.
Well, you would have played with his 2 boys here, wouldn't you? Regan, was it?
It was only Regan that played here. Dennis and Richard played at Hastings, but we played against them too. There's plenty going on.
And you talk about fathers and sons and all that. There's generations of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, and the longer you're in this competition and in this competition, the more people you get to meet.
Big time. I'll be talking to blokes I haven't seen for long. Oh, God, I remember that bloke. Yeah, I said, no, I can't remember. Don't remember his name. You played with him. I'm like, mate, I've been playing him for 30 odd years. How many people do you reckon I've played with? There's probably thousands of them played against.
That's right.
How many more have you played against, you know? But
yeah, and sometimes no disrespect, but some of the guys that were on the fringe and all that, you know their face, but you can't remember their name. And you're right, Gordo, because there's a lot of people that has been involved.
Yeah, like you said, thousands of people being involved.
Yeah,
and that's what one thing, because having two boys, you know, we're competitive at everything we do.
Yeah,
everything we do. And that's what I says, like, they've both been suspended for 2 weeks, and that's what I'm pretty proud. I've played 529 games for Pines, and I've never ever been suspended. 529,
isn't that amazing? And still counting, because
never been suspended,
which is a wonderful achievement, Gordo.
Very happy with that. But like I remember Dermy saying there one time, there's things that you get done for not doing things, and you get not done for doing things. So so I've just been a bit lucky.
Yeah,
being the ruckman, sometimes you've got to get in there and throw your weight around and all that stuff when they're picking on the smaller blokes and that. But you don't just go overboard.
Yeah. No, that's right, Gordo.
Part of the job.
And you love away from footy. You love your fishing and all that sort of stuff.
The fishing, me and the wife, she loves her fishing too. So,
which is wonderful, isn't it?
It makes it so much easier, you know.
Yeah, because then you haven't got somebody bringing you up, nagging you, saying, "Gordo, when are you coming in?"
Yeah, she's out on the boat actually nagging me, saying, "Right, when are we going in?" You know, she's right there. But no, we love that. We do that. You know, we go away on holidays and that together, and we take the boat and we got a young bloke's van and towed the boat on that and just slept in the back of the van. Went up the east coast. It was ripping time.
Wonderful time.
Yeah.
Especially, was it this time of the year or was it after the footy season?
Yeah, no, after footy. You don't go away footy season. Never go away footy season. You commit for a year, for the season. So that's it. You know?
And before we go, mate, tonight you're going off to Keat for an event for your good mate Steve Nichols, big cowboy.
Cowboy, yeah.
I see he's your brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a bit crook at the moment.
Well, but they had a wonderful day for him, didn't they? And didn't they when they ran out in the...
When they done the MND round, and all the senior players ran out in their hats and that was...
Wonderful.
That was good, he was real happy about that. And Bongo actually got because Bongo's good mates with...
the fella from
the Doggies.
Yeah, I know who you mean. Yeah. The captain. The young... I know who you mean.
When he made up a video, talking to Cowboy and all that stuff. And I text Bongo on the Monday, really happy with what you've done for Cowboy, he was real proud of it and all that stuff. And he texted me back, it brought a smile on his face for the day, I'm real happy with what I've done. I says, mate, it was more than that. He was still talking about it on the Sunday.
Was he really?
He'll even still be talking about it to this day.
And you talk about great players. Big Cowboy. He was a goal kicking machine.
6'4" goal kicking machine. He'll tell you.
Yeah.
He'll tell you that. But he's not 6'4", but as much as it hurts me to say, he was a goal kicking machine. Like he won
multiple. He would have won about 10 league goal kicking.
League goal kicking ones, and officially he's kicked 963 goals for the league.
Okay.
But it's 2 years that they can't find how many he kicked.
Right.
But he won the league goal kicking both of those years too.
Okay.
So he's kicked over
1,000 goals.
We keep getting into him, but officially it's not 1,000 because it's not. But everyone knows that it is.
Yeah, well, mate, good luck with him tonight because. We're all thinking of him because it's a terrible disease, isn't it?
Yeah, like he's got MND and there's no coming back from it, and he's going. Yeah, but we'll spend as much time. That's what I says when you rang me, and I said I won't be here on the Thursday night.
I said, Gordy, do you always go to the club on a Thursday night? He goes, Blackie, every Thursday night except for this one.
This is the first one that I'll have missed. Besides when I had my stroke on the footy field, I was still in the Alfred on the Thursday.
Oh yeah, tell me about that before we go.
1997, we were playing Mornington, and I had a stroke on the field. Didn't know what it was because I just.
So what actually did you get paralysed or?
No, just my leg went numb. I couldn't move my leg, or I couldn't feel my leg, and I thought I'd pinched a nerve in my back that was stopping the messages getting down, through your spine and that. So I got the trainer to move me around and that, and it didn't come good. And they brought a stretcher out, and then my arm, I couldn't move my arm, and then I couldn't talk, And I didn't. Last thing I thought was a stroke. I used to ruck just about the whole game,
Yeah.
It was the second fittest I've ever been. And anyway, they ended up taking me to hospital. Found out I'd had a stroke, and then I started to come good. And then they come back to talk to me again, and I couldn't talk. And my wife was the one that actually picked up. She goes, "He's gone funny again. He can't talk." And they asked me my name, and I just couldn't
get it out.
No, that was 97.
97. How long did that affect you for?
I was back playing in 6 weeks.
Really?
Yeah. I would have been back earlier.
You're a stubborn bugger, aren't you?
Yeah, I live for me footy.
Yeah.
And I trained lightly on the Tuesday and done the full session on the Thursday, and that was 4 weeks after it. And I said to the coach, I says, I'm right to go tonight. And he goes, you sure? I says, yeah. And anyway, walking from the change rooms into the club rooms, and one of the blokes used to play Kenny Sol. Well, you know Sol.
Oh, Kenny Sol.
Yeah, Solly.
He didn't put a rabbit or a possum in your bag, did he?
No. Solly says, you all right, Gordo? I says, yeah, mate, I'm fine. He goes, mate, you look like shit. You're as white as a ghost. I says, mate, can you get me a seat? And I sat down there. Yeah. So Lee said to me, he goes, mate, you'll be playing when you get a clearance from your neurosurgeon. You know?
Oh, so Lee Carpenter was your...
Yeah, Lee Carpenter was the coach.
Just before we go, what the coaches that you've had here? So
Bill Lang, and then Barry Burke.
Oh, Barry Burke coached you. Yeah.
Then it was Dale Carpenter.
Yeah.
Then it was Lee Carpenter. Then it was Gary Barnett. Then it was Lee Carpenter. And I think it was Paul Williams, Mark Huswaite. It was all Paddy Swain, Gary Colling.
Did Gary Colling coach here?
Yeah, 2 years.
Did he?
I respect him because me and him never seen eye to eye on a lot of things.
Yeah.
And we seen him at a game a couple of years ago, and he come up and shook my hand and asked me how I'm going. And he was the one that promoted me up to the ones so I could play with Bo and Guy.
Yeah. No, well, you've had some wonderful coaches along the way, haven't you?
Yeah.
Oh, Brendan Moore would have been another one.
Yeah, Brendan Moore's another one, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny, like you said about what's changed from today to back then. Like, I remember, like, you'd be out there training, like, pre-season, which started in March, you know,
yes.
Not like nowadays where it starts in November. Started in March, and it was a warm night. Like, if you needed you wouldn't put your hand up and say you wanted a drink, because you'd be getting, look, you're mentally weak if you need a drink, toughen up. And that was the attitude back then, whereas nowadays, if it gets too hot, we don't train, or every 5 minutes you're drinking water and all that.
Yeah, or you go and do a beach run and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
No, well, that's wonderful, mate. Wonderful to reminisce and talk about the past. And Gordo, you've been a wonderful servant, not only for the Pines Football Club, but for the Mornington Peninsula. And for you to be playing still on 529 games and counting is an incredible effort, mate.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty happy about it. Bloke said to me, you know, how many games do you think you're going to play? I says, mate, I didn't know I was going to play 100. I didn't know I was going to play 200. You never, when you start your career, you never say that I'm going to play X amount of games. You just keep playing as long as you love it and you're not keeping the kid out of the spot.
No, but it's that experience that you can generate back to the kids and help them develop to become a better, not only a better person, but a better player.
That's what I noticed, like towards the end, it's not all about me getting the touches out there on the ground, it's telling the young
Yeah, you're an on-field director, aren't you?
Where to stand and that sort of stuff makes it a lot easier.
Wonderful.
And then they don't listen, I'll lose my patience with them and say stuff I shouldn't say and apologise to them after the game. But yeah, that's what I do because I'm passionate about it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
No, wonderful, mate.
All right,
have a wonderful night tonight.
No
Great
worries.
to see you.
Cheers.